What's up, everybody? It is demo day again with Mr. Webb and Mrs. Cox. And today we are going to make it rain. So this is going to be our sun right here. This is actually the water of Earth heating up. So this is Earth's water heating up because we're talking about the water cycle. We're going to pour it in this bowl over here, which would be the ocean. So give us 2 seconds and then we're going to make it rain. All right, now that we have our ocean, I'm gonna put my cup in here because that is gonna be our rain catcher, because I'm gonna prove a point here in a minute, so we'll come back to that. But let's make the water more oceany. So it needs some color. Give it a little blue. There we go. Maybe give it a little algae and some green. Make it look like actual water. Because when it's all said and done, I may decide to drink some of this water because the water cycle purifies water. So let's add some salt, Scott. We're gonna add some salt. Nice and salty. Watercolored. And we are going to create some clouds here. So we're gonna put some saran wrap on it. So just give us 1 second. You know, the higher you go up in the atmosphere, or in the clouds in the sky, the temperature is a little colder. So we're gonna put some ice cubes on here, and this will help melt these ice cubes. But the water is not gonna go through the saran wrap. So we're just gonna watch what happens inside of here. It's a little foggy, so we're gonna take a second and we'll just explain the water cycle while it's happening. We may not be able to see it directly, but you will see inside that cup that the water is going to evaporate and then rain down into that cup. But like I said, we have to go through all the steps of the water cycle. So let's break it down. So as you see, this would be our ocean. And how does the water get from the ocean to the clouds up here? Correct. It is, if you said evaporation, you are correct. So the sun is heating up this water, and the water is actually evaporating up into the sky, into the clouds here. So, and in our clouds, there's something going on called condensation. So the water vapor is actually building up and getting heavier and heavier and heavier, and eventually we have precipitation, which rains back down, and it's going to rain into our cup here. And then we're going to look at the water and see if it's green or salty or if it's clear. You will find out. Not only on Earth do we have evaporation, we also have transpiration. So we could put a tree right here, and that consider this dry land. So when the sun heats up the leaves of the tree, the moisture in the water actually comes from the trees and the plants, and it is called transpiration. And it goes up, not just only evaporation, but also transpiration. Once it builds up, our rain is, like we said, is called precipitation. But if we had dry land over here, for example, if the precipitation landed down on this land, we would have what is called runoff, and the water would run down and it would build up in lakes and ponds and all these other places. But here in a second, we will check the inside. We're gonna wait a little bit longer and watch and see if the precipitation builds up enough to cause rain. If you look closely, you can see that the little bubbles are popping up because the water evaporates up into the clouds. So as you watch the little bubbles pop up, that's actually evaporation happening right in front of your face. All right, it has been about 10 minutes and we've had quite a bit of water vapor build up and condense there in our little cloud. And if you look close in here, you can see, I'll tap a little bit. See the buildup dripping inside of there? Try to make it drop for you. Oh, yep, there you go. If you look back in here, you see the water drops. And there's precipitation coming down from the cloud into the cup. I'm gonna pull this off here. And as you can see, all the liquids from the ice is still on top. So it did not go through into the cup. And if you look, there's a precipitation in my little rainmaker, or rain gauge. We'll say that's a rain gauge, not rainmaker. I'll pour it into this cup so you can see it. And if you look, that does not look the same color as that at all. Because, and it feels a little warm. Yeah, it's warm water. So, if you look, it is clear. It has been filtered because the water cycle filters the water. And I'm gonna turn my camera around and I'm gonna drink it because I feel like it's safe to drink. All right, so we have a rainwater right here and I'm gonna drink it. It's a little warm. And like Mr. Rushing says in class, this could be dinosaur pee. Who knows? But as they say in Fiji, it doesn't get any better. Warm, clean water. Don't taste salt. And it's not green. So that is the water cycle. So you should have a better understanding of all the steps of the water cycle. And now you know how to make it rain. Before we go, there's a cool thing here. Once you come back to class in Ms. Rushing's, she has her own little rainmaker right here on the window. And it has been here for 3 years and it still has the same amount of water in it. Look, you've got your water here, evaporation, the sun's heating it up and it precipitates it back to the bottom. So it's the rain cycle in a bag. All right, that was demo day. Thanks for watching and we will see you next time.